Setting goals for your company is a critical part of making sure you're moving the business forward. But how do you figure out what goals make sense for you? Stay tuned. Hi entrepreneurs, I'm Vicky Brown, and you're in the right place if you want to engage your team, boost your business, and grow your leadership muscle. The process of setting company goals isn't far off from the process of setting goals for employees. I'll list the episode below where we did a deep dive on employee goal setting. On the company side, the most important thing is the goals have to be tied to the overall vision you have for the company. Now, I know it's easy to get stumped when it comes time to set goals and you're staring at that big empty piece of paper. That doesn't help. But in this episode, I'm going to give you a simple step-by-step process for getting impactful, achievable goals for your business. First, it all starts with your vision. The first thing to look at is the overall vision you have for the company. As an example, let's say I have a marketing company called Magical Marketing. My vision for the company is to become a $10 million business. Now that probably means that we'll be providing services for a lot of customers, so I'll probably have to build a team and the infrastructure to support servicing all those clients. Next, who are the clients that we want to work with? You see, you need to understand this type of detail when you're building your vision because it informs other decisions you'll have to make later. How will you get customers? What support, if any, will you need to service those customers? This vision is very different from creating a one-person marketing consulting firm where the founder works one-on-one with clients. If the one-on-one option was the vision for Magical Marketing, it would really change the type of goals that we would develop. Okay, let's get back to the $10 million example. I like that one. Once you have the vision firmly in place, develop a long-range 5-year plan. Now, the thing I see so often when people are doing long-range planning like this is that they have no idea where to start, or the plan is so general and vague that it doesn't really mean anything. No matter if you're creating a long-range 5-year plan or a short-term 1-year plan, and we'll get to that in a minute, start with the main parts of the business and map each one out. Marketing. How will you attract customers to your business so they know who you are and what you can provide? Sales. How will you encourage them to buy your product or service? And pricing. How will those sales translate to revenue for the business? Operations. What services or products will you make available to your clients? And what do you need to deliver those products or services? Now, this section is also going to include customer service. Finance. This section ties together the data from sales and operations and helps you understand what your profit picture looks like. In fact, many times I suggest looking at financial goals at the same time that you're developing sales goals. After all, the profitability of your company depends on how much money you get paid for what you do and how much you get to keep after expenses. Look at each of these sections and determine what goals make sense for a 5-year outlook. One pro tip here. 5 years is such a long period of time, especially in business today. Elements of your 5-year plan will almost certainly evolve and change, so it's important to revisit it at least annually to see if it still makes sense. I'm certainly not suggesting that you drastically change your 5-year plan every year, but take a look and tweak it as necessary. Once you have your 5-year plan, now you can take a look at breaking it down into what you need to accomplish this year, your goals. At this stage, don't think about who does what, just focus on what you need done. Look at each section of the business, marketing, sales, operations, and finance, and develop 1 to 2 goals you'll need to accomplish this year. Back to our Magical Marketing example. Let's say that our 5-year outlook is to get $3 million in revenue, and we're at $1 million now. That means we have to increase revenue by roughly 30% each year over the next 5 years. Now, in order to do that, how many more clients will we need? Then you reverse engineer it. What is your conversion rate? Meaning, how many people do you have to speak to close one sale? And how many people need to sign up to your mailing list before one of them schedules a discovery call, and so forth? And finally, what strategy will you use to get X number of people on your mailing list? Maybe you'll start running Facebook ads. Maybe you'll use direct mail or a YouTube channel. Once you have the strategy, put targets to it. How much will you need to spend on Facebook ads or direct mail campaign? How many videos will you produce, etc. Continue this process as you develop 1 to 2 draft goals for each business section. Once you have them, it's a good idea to bring your team on board. Pull your senior team together and have a working session reviewing the draft strategies you developed. Talk about how they tie back to the 5-year plan and the company's overall vision. Give the team time to digest the information and then have another meeting to get feedback. Look, I know it seems like this is a bit of a long process, but I've found that the team can contribute wonderful ideas you didn't even think of, and they can often give pushback in just the right areas. As entrepreneurs, we sometimes think we can accomplish far more than is reasonable, given the amount of time and resources we have available. I found that the team can spot these areas right away and give valuable input and often suggest excellent alternatives. So note to self, remember to incorporate the team into the process. Oh, and it goes without saying that the goals should be SMART: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. Also, as you're developing your goals, remember the 80-20 rule. 20% of whatever you do is providing 80% of your desired outcome. So, as you're setting goals, focus on the impactful 20%. Now you have your goals for the year. Break them down into what should be achieved each quarter. Those are your quarterly targets. Okay, now you begin to look at who does what. Which company goals or pieces of goals are assigned to which department or person in your business. Because although I know you think you can do it all yourself, that's just a fantasy. Remember, these are company goals. Leave the granular details of what the individual needs to do each day, week, or month to them. The departmental or individual goals will be the building blocks supporting the company's overall goals. As to the items that are left on your plate, you can create your own individual monthly milestones, such as schedule 3 podcast interviews each month. That way you can stay on target yourself with your individual goals. You can see the whole thing needs to work together. The company's vision, long-range and short-range goals, and the individual's goals and milestones. It's a well-oiled machine that ensures that you and the business keep moving the ball forward. If you found this information helpful, please subscribe and share. And remember, your inspired leadership is the secret sauce to having a high-performance team and a wildly successful business you'll love. I'll see you next time on Leader's Journey. You had a vision and started a business, and now you're totally overwhelmed. There's just too much to do all the time. The business isn't growing as fast as you would like, and you're beginning to have doubts that you have what it takes to build the business you imagined. In my new book, Sing with Your Opera Voice, I'll share my journey from solopreneur to 7-figure serial entrepreneur and guide you up and out of the chaos. It launches on Amazon on October 16th. Get more details at singwithyouraopera.voice.com.